Oh my goodness. Look, when I start off like that, something is fire. Look, we have got some exciting times ahead of us. As you know, I am the founder of Team Achieve Prosperity Club. I am launching that probably before next month. Got a few things I'm working on, but I do want to launch it with this program that I'm going to talk to you about today. All right. Hey, is it launch time? You know what I mean. LAUNCH launch time. All right. So, as I said, man, this is amazing. This is phenomenal. This is the launch. This is where we start, right? And I want to start off on the right foot. I want to let you guys know that this is absolutely something that is rocking the nation. This is phenomenal stuff. If you ever wanted to literally not have that feeling that, man, I don't know what's going to happen next. No. This is definitely something that you want to get behind. And I want to talk about it, but then I'd rather just show the slides, right, and talk about it. But I just want to give you a little bit of my energy at the beginning, because I want you to know when I start talking about it and you see the slides, it's not just a presentation. It's not just information that I'm rolling out there. No, this is something I genuinely want to get behind. I've watched so much of this information, had great conversations with the CEO, the top leaders in the organization. And it's a phenomenal thing to have those conversations and then know that when I approach my team, I can approach them with confidence that, look, you don't have to worry about that nonsense that we've been down with before. We really have something special here, what I call a high impact opportunity, because it's impacting lives, directly impacting lives. So how would you like to be part of something that is impacting lives directly? Right? This is a phenomenal spot to be in. You can be a founder, which I'm looking for founders, right? I'm looking for influencers. I'm looking for people that want to bring in teams, and they want to build those teams where everybody benefits. Right? How many times have we been part of something that we did feel like was going to last, it was going to be great? We knew the people behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, the presenters, and the trainers, and we knew the marketing, directors, and we knew everybody, right? Everybody was right there in front. But at the end of the day, it was a trading platform, and they got caught up in the market or liquidity, or they just couldn't figure out, maybe it's a broker that didn't play nice. These are just common things that will happen over and over and over again when you're dealing in that space. But what if you can get out of that space and go into something that's genuinely legit, high excellence when it comes to supporting a mission that is a global crisis? This mission that we're on is to solve the housing problem around the globe. Let that sink in for a second. This is what we're doing. We're not playing. We're not toying with an idea. We're part of an organization that has over 5 years of research and development. 5. All right. So with that being said, look, like I said, phenomenal opportunity, something that I want to go ahead and jump right into. We're going to get this presentation going, and I'm going to get into these slides. But, like I said, I did want to just spend a few minutes with you and let you know that, hey, I'm serious about my business, and I want our Prosperity Club to take more than, the initial 10. But for the first run, we're looking at about 10 people that we're going to offer an opportunity to lock arms and push forward. And we're going to get to that level of achievement that you've never seen before. So I love it, man. I love it. This is where I've always wanted to be. Always wanted to have an opportunity that I could present to a small group of people and say, we are going forward like this. And so, look, I had a guy, I think, that contacted me today, and it was very exciting because he was number 10. And so I think we're locked right now, ready to roll. All right. So with that being said, like I said, we're going to dive right in. So I'm going to try to share my screen. And I tried earlier, the screen, it just had so many challenges. So if I have any challenges again, then I'm gonna have to go and shut it down, and I'll do it later. But looks like we'll be able to go ahead and get in here and let's do business. All right. So if you can see my screen, then I want to go ahead and dive right in. and I want to talk about this phenomenal opportunity called CAMHIRST. Right? When I say CAMHIRST, it's not just CAMHIRST. It's CAMHIRST that has a full ecosystem of phenomenal opportunities, and phenomenal companies, put it like that. They have opportunities because they have so much depth, but right now they're only offering opportunity to the public that is under the 3D CP robot company, which is phenomenal, alone. And so I wouldn't trade that for anything. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna dive right in and let you guys know that with that being said, this right here will give you some perspective on why I'm so excited about where we are today. Launching our first major move in this space is Team Achieves Prosperity Club and CAMHIRST 3DCP robot system is the powerful innovation and technology focused ecosystem that I am so excited to launch with you. When we talk about CAMHIRST, we're talking about a full ecosystem that's expanding, talking rapidly across the globe. With this ecosystem, they have phenomenal companies that I'm going to talk about in just a second. But where they really exceed pretty much everybody's expectations and whatever you may think, anybody can be part of the ecosystem and unlock multiple streams of income. And I think we all love multiple streams of income, right? Because CAMHIRST has an ecosystem that uses the latest innovation and technology, which can turbo boost prosperity for any individual company or government. Now, when I say that, you're probably thinking in your head, individual, got it. So when I see a platform like a trading platform or Forex or, any of these platforms, hey, look, people talk about, look, we're getting all these wins, all these blues and no reds, in the trading space, and they're all excited. But those are for individuals. CAMHIRST says, that's great. We got it for individuals. Oh, and now we have it for companies. So you got some B2B, right? You got some B2C, but now we got some B2G. How cool is that, right? This is for governments as well. Why is that? What makes CAMHIRST different? Why are we so excited to be a founder in this particular organization? Because CAMHIRST has a complete ecosystem. They didn't just step out and do one thing. They did multiple things. And they started off with the Bitcoin. So when the founder, the CEO, right, this is where he really got, in at the beginning and made a fortune with Bitcoin. When you have that kind of funding, then all of a sudden you have ideas, and now you can make those ideas come to life. And that's what he does for himself, and he does it for so many others. And so today, as you can tell, there's a great ecosystem that supports everything that he does. But at the end of the day, and the CEO is Adam Ahmed. And so you'll get to meet him as well. Had a great private call with him. And that's why I'm so excited, because when you hear from the CEO and the top leaders, then you can get that passion. You understand where they want to go. There are, what are the goals? Like, what is behind the scenes that's driving this? Will it give me that platform that I can take to my community, and we can see that this is the one that we can hold on to for the duration, right? Can we make more people successful with this opportunity? And that's why I'm talking to you today. CAMHIRST 3D CP Robots is the company that we're going to talk about today, disrupting this industry. And I know you're saying, what industry are you talking about, Rashid? Oh, don't worry, you will know. CAMHIRST 3D CP is a disruptor in this industry. This is a $1 trillion industry. I'm talking multiple $1 trillion industry. And when you think of an industry, a problem, and you're like, what is it that I can do in the world to have an impact? What is a major problem that I can help solve? Not a minor problem, not a local problem, not national, not country, but a global problem, a global crisis. That's what CAMHIRST brings to the table. In this world, there is a housing crisis. 330 million households are affected by the housing crisis. That housing crisis created a housing shortage. Over 330 million. That's crazy, right? So with that number, then you know that there's got to be a lot more to it. So let's unpack that a little bit. The USA alone, because it's one of the largest markets. So in the USA alone, they're short 4 million houses, right? So I did some research and I said, let me take a look. And so while I was researching, I come across this article that said in the Wall Street Journal, very reputable, right? The US housing market is nearly 4 million homes short of buyer demand. Now, that's one thing, but you're still saying, Rashid, like, really, where's this coming from? Hold on. I was looking at the news last night, and on the news, they said most people, and they were interviewing a lady, and she says, I was saving money just so I could buy my first home. And she said, by the time I saved enough money, I decided that it wasn't worth it because the price of housing was going up and up and up. And then the cost of maintenance was going up and up and up. And they said, wait a minute. So now they found communities where they can rent, right? It's not that they don't want to own a house, they just can't own a house. But what if there's a way to help solve this crisis, right? So as you can tell, this is a legitimate problem. $1.6 trillion untapped market. So when you are looking for a major problem that nobody has been able to truthfully impact in a major way, the housing problem is one major issue that's never really been attacked and solved. But now we have a way. This is phenomenal. I'm going to show you. We have a way that we can actually tackle this major problem, one country at a time or multiple countries at a time, depending on the support we get around the globe. The housing market is phenomenal, but unfortunately, affordable housing is a great big challenge in the US, in Canada, in Europe, and so many other places around the globe. And I'm going to show you one of the most in demand markets for housing is in Africa, right? And Africa being multiple countries within that major continent, we know that there's been so many issues because of people, countries, and other nations coming into the country and doing everything except helping solve the housing crisis. There are so many people that are displaced and live in tents, living in these non-combat zones and these UN facilities, but who's actually giving them a place to call their own? It's not happening until now. CAMHIRST 3D CP, remember the name. After 5+ years and millions of dollars of R&D, we have the ultimate solution to this housing crisis. We have CAMHIRST 3D construction printing robots. This is the solution that we've been looking for. Now, right now, the initial robots can be shipped from the US because they've been working in the US. They've manufactured in the US with a partner, but they have a facility in the UK that's being set up, right? Because that's where the actual founder and the CEO is from the UK, but this technology was in the US. So that's where they were doing all the research and development. They have the geopolymer cement, very environmental friendly. It lasts for thousands of years. So all of that was in the US. So that's where all of this took place. And now they have a better version of the robot because after 5+ years and millions of dollars of R&D, now they got it down to $250,000 per robot, right? And then when you want the training, then obviously there's a little extra, about $275,000 per robot with training, 3-day training on site. So that's all it takes. And now, boom, you can create those houses in a super fast time, right? So how did all this come to play? Why are we so excited? Why are we here today? Because the CEO, Adam Ahmed, he lives in Dubai, spends a lot of time in Dubai, right, from the UK, and he has an opportunity. He has a connection with a lot of African countries because of his prior business with these other companies, Global Campaign, Hybrid Tech, like dealing with crypto, dealing with blockchain. So that's something that he knows backwards and forwards. So he's able to go into different arenas and help build that digital database so that we can keep moving forward into the future, right? Bringing countries into the future with blockchain. So he has an opportunity to meet with African leaders from the African Union. And so he has access because of the memorandum of understanding and protocol agreements that's been signed by multiple countries, multiple leaders in Africa that want to work with Brother Ahmed. So phenomenal. And this is one of the major reasons, because when we see a lot of these opportunities, we don't know what connections, we don't know what networks they have. We don't know what they're going to do tomorrow, because we don't know that they, even have anything that supports what they are doing. Well, when you have an actual CEO that has partnerships, has signed documentation, and there's more, I'm going to give you more in a minute. All this documentation, he has put into work. He has a proven method that can scale, and the competition robot, they don't have the ability to scale like these robots. They have done the work, they got the proof, and now they're delivering on that. So this is just phenomenal time to be in, but he does have connections with these leaders in the African Union, plus other, in Europe as well. So really, really, really the right person, driving this particular company. So these are offices in the UK. They have this one that was going up. They have a facility that they're going to have the sales and marketing over in Dubai. So that's something that's coming as well. So right now, like I said, they're just trying to move out the US, get into that UK office, get that facility up and running. And then with the full ownership of that, they'll be able to get a higher profit on the sale of those robots. All right, so let's get into the nitty gritty. Why would you want to get involved with this organization? Well, here it is. Please pay attention. Profit potential for developers using CAMHIRST 3D CP robots. So here is the potential. Not a financial advisor, not giving you investment advice. I'm giving you information and education about the potential of these robots, this organization, and the customers out there that could benefit from them, from the African continent to the European continent, giving you a comparison of what's possible. All right, we're going to talk about that first. The figures are approximate, so I want you to know that up front. These are calculations and potential. 10,000 affordable houses in Africa will sell for $60,000 each, right? With these houses, if they build 10,000 houses in Africa, each house will sell for 60,000, and for each house, that's 10,000 USD profit on each house. So 10,000 houses times 10,000 profit equals $100 million in profit. So that $100 million in profit, okay, hold on to that thought. Now, you're going to need 50 robots to build 10,000 small houses, right? So now that purchase of those robots is essential. Now, if you do 10,000 small, you can do 2,500 large houses. If you do 2,500 large houses in 1 year, same amount of robots, then with the training, each one is $275,000. Okay. And so the robots alone will cost $13 million. Okay. So that's the cost of the robots. So you got to have the robots to build the houses. So you're not over here building the houses and just charging for that. Okay. You're not building the houses without the robots. So remember, that's kind of how the houses get built. So the purchases of the robots, right? So what you're looking at is there's $13 million for the robots, and then there's going to be $100 million profit when they sell the house. Okay. So that's how that works. So that's where that profit comes. Right now, you got 2,500 luxury houses in Europe. So you got Africa, and now let's talk about Europe. So if you sell those for 500,000 each, because different types of houses, those are bigger, right? More square footage, so on and so forth. Approximate per house profit is $100,000. On a $500,000 house, there's $100,000 profit, right? This is all potential. Total profit for 2,500 houses is 250 million, right? So think about that, because here's the key to all of this. It's only going to take about 48 to 72 hours to get the base and the wall set up. But to finish a complete house in Africa, it's going to be about 300 square meters, and that will happen in about 1 week, right? That house is up in 1 week. So you can have these done in a very short period of time, right? And same thing here. When you're doing bigger houses, have them done in a shorter period of time. So that profit comes in a very, 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 very short period of time compared to traditional house building. Now, here's what actually is happening, because keep those numbers in mind, because those are real. So let's just put it into perspective. Why did they even use those numbers? Because I want to show you right here. 3D CP robot orders received from companies worldwide. You get this, right? Orders received. These are not potential. These are orders that they already have. Okay, now 10,000 houses in the Republic of Burkina Faso, right? This is an African continent. 3,000 bed capacity hostel or hotel, ancillary facilities for a technical university in Ghana. 600,000 affordable housing units in the Republic of Ghana. Okay. So look, in Ghana, they're very, very open and they're looking forward to upgrading their facilities, their housing and everything. 3,000 bed hotel complex in the Republic of Benin. These are confirmed orders, right? So when we talked about that 10,000 houses, that's 100 million right there. When those are built, that's 100 million right there. Okay. So that's the first thing. So we can already look at that number and say it's real. So orders in the pipeline. So what's coming? These are conversations that's being had. These are people that says we'll sign a memorandum of understanding. So when we're ready to do it, we're going to work with you directly. So you got Central African Republic, 40,000 houses, Senegal, 10,000, West Africa, 30,000, plus 3.2 million school rooms. And that obviously is over time, because one of the things that I think we all understand is you're not going to be able to do all of this in 1 year, all at the same time. Now, if every country wants to purchase, 50, 60, 70 robots and build these houses, no problem. I'm sure they'll make that happen, but it takes time, about 3 weeks to get those robots, finished and shipped out. And then it takes about 30 days to ship them to the location. So those are some of the challenges when it comes to having actual manufactured, robots and advanced technology like this. You still have to ship them to the location. But after they get there, boom, they can kick out homes, as quick as you want them to. So that's a beautiful thing. So we're going to talk about numbers here in a few minutes because these are real numbers. So we already established these are real numbers. Confirmed orders for CAMHIRST 3D CP robots. These are the actual robots already being sold in Germany, Switzerland, Denmark, Brazil, Czechoslovakia, and Argentina, and the US. So as you can see, it's not just in Africa. Africa says, look, we need the housing. We want affordable housing. I have people right now in Africa that are working with governments that are looking into this as well. That's not even on the list. So really excited about this. So as you can tell, these are in Europe. So it's not, so don't think that they're building robots and they're only going into poor countries or, these type of places. No, they're talking USA, Argentina, and many locations in Europe. So that's real. Like Germany is definitely a first world country, and they have a housing shortage as well, just like the US. They have a housing shortage. We got 4 million houses that people just don't have, right? And you have a lot of homelessness. And so totally different topic, but this is real. And this is why I call it a high impact opportunity for those that have the vision, but have the desire to help people have a roof over their heads. This right here is real. And when you do become passionate about helping people get a house that they didn't think they could afford and now they can, then you can earn a superb income as a CAMHIRST brand ambassador. So let's talk about that for a second. Before we even get into the ambassadorship, I want to talk about something that's just as powerful. Let's talk about the Founders Program, right? Because to me, this is where we are right now. If you want to be part of this organization, if you want to help people get a roof over their head, get a foundation under their feet, get walls up where they can be protected from the elements and have a table in the middle of that room they can sit down and grow with their family, eat food and break bread with their family, friends, and their community with dignity, you want to join this Founders Club. This is a private, exclusive Founders Program that has only 1,000 member capacity. There will be no more. There will be no more. 1,000 members globally will be part of this Founders Club. I'm going to tell you, we're down to about 200 right now. And I have a list of people that are already in and more that's coming. Maybe you'll be one of them. You want to be a founding member. Why? Because only 5% share of the global profits will be shared amongst the club. So what does that mean? Here's what it means. Exclusive rewards and benefits is this. When you sign up, one, you have 5 shares maximum. We're going to make sure everybody has benefit. So anybody that wants to participate as a founder, $1,000 is the minimum, right? It's all in you can pay in USDT. You have $1,000 minimum. which is 1 share, and then you can get up to 5 shares. You purchase 5 shares, you be considered a diamond member. As a diamond member, you're going to get 5 times the reward, right? So 50,000 CAM 3D CP tokens for every member. So if you're 1 share, then you're going to get 50,000 free of the tokens, right? So that's included. You get free access to VIP events. You get exclusive factory tours, and you get discounts on selected housing development. So if you want a house built through this particular program, guess what? And you can gift it to somebody if you so desire, then you're going to get a discount on that house. And you'll be able to be entered into a raffle of sorts to win a house that this 3D CP robot builds. That right there is phenomenal, to be one of the only 1,000 private founders club members. Then you get all those benefits. But you really want to know what's the major benefit. One, you're definitely helping to put a roof over somebody's head. I think that's just phenomenal in itself. But you want to know, okay, how do we earn from this? What does that 5% represent? Well, let's go back, right? So, we talked about the numbers. So when I talked about that 100,000, that 100 million profit, when I talked about that 275 million, 250 million profit, then 5% of that goes towards the Founders Club. So that's what you're thinking about. But we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But I wanted to give you a little more to make sure you understand this initial presentation is all about the Founders Club, right? Now, but I want to tell you, you want to be a brand ambassador as well. So just because you come in as a founder, then you want to also be a brand ambassador, because a brand ambassador has let's talk about it. Okay. So it doesn't stop at one place, because the brand ambassador is going to give you other opportunities as well. Superb income. What does that mean? Let's say that you sign up as a brand ambassador, right? $100 USDT, boom, deposit. You're a brand ambassador. You're good. You're in the system. You can earn. Okay. I'll tell you all about that in a minute. But at the start, let's say you have somebody that that is a contractor, or maybe they do construction, or maybe they're a property developer, and they want one of these robots because it makes sense. This is the future. They purchase a robot for $275,000. You are the seller, right? Obviously, you're not physically selling anything. You're talking to them. They agree. You connect them with the company. The company says, thank you, appreciate that. Level 1, 5%. So you're going to earn $13,000 just from making a sale of one robot. Powerful. Now, level 2, 1%, level 3, 1%. So the people that you don't maybe know, or maybe know a little bit, if you do introduce someone and they participate as well, they're going to get the 13,000 and you're going to earn 2,750, right? That's pretty cool. All right. So it gets better. Now, let's say, for instance, there are people that have money. They're looking for ways to invest, and obviously they want to do some good in the world. No problem. Let's say they won the lottery. Now they want to do something good with the money, because they want to say, thank you, here, universe, thank you. Where can I invest some money? Well, you say, look, we have this CAMHIRST 3DCP program that we're literally solving the homeless crisis, and we would love your help. They said, look, I got $1 million that I will put towards this program. They connect with the CEO and the COO. They, get that money wired in. As soon as they wire in that money, boom, guess what happens? You're going to get 5%, $50,000. Your profit is $15,000, or your commission is $50,000, because you introduce it to an investor. Pretty cool, huh? And then if you have somebody that you invited, they do the same thing. Guess what? You're going to get 10,000. And then they invited somebody that you may or may not know, then that's another 10,000 for you, right? If an investment comes in at $1 million on your second or third level, you're going to get $10,000 on each level. Pretty awesome. But you'll get 50,000 because you introduced somebody that did invest $1 million. Okay. So whatever the number is, you're going to get that 5%. Now, here's the beauty of the Founders Club. So, like I said, I'm looking for people that are serious about impacting lives, impacting people that need this particular technology, because you want to be on the front line. You're able to have serious conversations, one-on-one conversations with, myself, the CEO, and leading, people in the company. So you want to make sure that you have access. In order to do that, then we're looking for people that are serious about being founders in this organization. So the first thing is we're going to take from the profits 5%. That's going to be shared with the private club, all of the founding members. So if there's only 1,000, do you know how powerful that is? On the second part of that, you're talking 5% of what I say 100 million, 250 million. We're talking real numbers here. And you get paid quarterly, right? The club gets paid quarterly, right? And we share those profits with the founding members. Each founder gets 50,000 of the tokens as well. What does that look like, Coach Rashid? Here's where the rubber meets the road. Let's talk about it. This is an example, right? This is not investment or financial advice. This is an example of there are confirmed orders. Let's say next year, right? I'm talking a whole 12 months, a whole year goes by. They do a little bit, but over the course of that year, they get those, $100 million worth of houses done, that 100 million in profit. Okay. And then over the course of the year, they have another 2.5 that's done. Okay, great. So there's 250 million total. Let's say over the year, 250 million total. That whole year goes by. We earn a little bit along the way, right? Because we're brand ambassadors, we're getting dividends every day. But for the founding club, we're one of the founding members. Some of us may have 5 positions, some of them may have 1. But let's say we have 5. So somebody has 1, somebody has 5. That 250 million profit comes in through the company. They're going to take 5% of that, which is 12,500,000. That goes towards the private founders club. With 1,000 members, each member is due $12,500 per member. If you have 1 position, right? 1, you're going to earn $12,500. $1,000 is the buy-in, is the deposit, this is the contribution to be in the private founders club. You're going to 12x your money within 12 months. If this happens, these are the numbers, right? Like I said, can't promise you anything, but what I can tell you is there are confirmed orders. And if you put in $1,000, then it is very, very possible that you could earn 12,500 on that 1,000. Okay, that's the first thing. But let's say you become a diamond founding member, you have 5 positions, you have 5 shares, then that diamond member with 5 founder positions would receive 5 times that 12,500. That means your deposit, your contribution of $5,000 will come back. Let's say it's a year from now. It could be a year, could be 6 months. Let's say a year from now, it comes back as $62,500. You could earn $62,000 per quarter when the company hits its stride, has more robots out there in each country. They could be doing 250 million every quarter on the multiple continents. Let's say 3 years from now, they're doing 250 million a quarter in the US, 250 million a quarter in Germany, not all of EU, just Germany, 250 million in Africa per quarter, and doing 250 million in Canada. Let's say they're doing 250 million per quarter across the globe in just 4 countries or 4 continents, so to speak. That 62,000 is times 4 now. I think you understand what I mean here. If you have 1 position, you purchased 1 founding club membership, 3 years from now, let's say you're earning just, maybe 5 or 10,000 every quarter. Let's say 3 years from now, they have 5 continents that they're doing 250 million a quarter, because people want those bots, because people love the environmental friendly cement. They know it lasts for thousands of years. They know that they would love to have a house that's futuristic, right? But it's useful. It's doing what it needs to do, and people are coming together. and they have 5 continents doing 250 million each quarter, and your share of that with one $1,000 share or commitment, that will get you 62,500 every quarter. That's powerful. That's the potential. This is not financial or investment advice. This is just giving you the raw data of what could be. Now, it doesn't stop there. Let's say, for instance, you invite someone and they say, oh my gosh, I'm in, right? Like everybody should be saying right now, I'm in. Like I'm just messing with you. But anyway, I'm in already because this is too exciting for me. So let's say you do that. You want to join the Founders Club. You know, there's only, maybe a couple hundred positions left. Level 1. So you invite someone, they join. Guess what? You're going to get 15% instantly, right? They join and they're excited. They tell a friend and you're going to get 10% on that one. They get excited and they tell someone, you're going to get 5% on that level. You see how this works? But this is so powerful, right? This is so powerful. But this is only part of it. This is just the founder's plan. This is just that piece of it, right? Passionate about this business, looking to help as many people as you can get a roof over their heads, right? Get something under their feet, get a nice table in the middle of the room so they can enjoy themselves. But then there's the robot leasing plan. Oh my gosh, there's more? Absolutely. There's a robot leasing plan. 1, community funds, the 3D CP robots. Yes. So you're going to pay into the company, right? You paying 100, you paying 500, you pay 1,000, I'll show you the numbers in a minute. So that contribution comes in, okay? You're providing them funds and the company says, okay, great. We need to lease out some of these robots. Oh my gosh. Now we need to build more robots. So now they got, 400,000 or 500,000 in the pot. They build a robot, they get the robots leased out, and the lease goes out. And now on a lease, we're earning 30,000 a month on a lease. So on a sale, it's a one-time sale, 50,000 in profit off of that sale. Comes back to the company. But on a lease, it's 30,000 a month. So that's a continuous flow, positive cash flow coming into the company. So that robot is leased or sold to construction companies or whoever wants to build something. They get the training, the whole 9. Boom. A sale, $50,000 profit. Lease, 30,000 a month. The profit from the sale or the leasing of the robots is shared with the community. That's the beauty of the ambassador program. So you can receive daily rewards and help solve the global housing crisis at the same time. The RLP program ends for the participant when their amount is double. So when you participate in the ambassador program, you're going to be able to earn up to 200% on your capital, right? So you're going to fund it 100, up to 100,000, and those funds go in. They have a lease program or they sell the bots, right? They're bringing in 30,000 a month or 50,000 one-time sale, and you're going to continue to profit off of that. So as somebody that's, an ambassador and you make a deposit, then the company, when they start to lease out or sell those robots, then the profits that come in are going to pay you dividends every single day, right? Every day you're going to earn on that particular capital until you get to 200%. Okay. So you are literally going to 2x, right? Double your capital in a very short period of time. In 6 months. Yes, that's right. So with the robot leasing plan, you can double your money. And this is normally in about 9 months. That's the program, right? Still phenomenal. Only 9 months. You can make this happen. That's less than 10. That's about 10% a month, which is phenomenal, right? But they looked at the data, and that's really what the company is based on, data. So they know the data, and they said, you know what? We've sold about 10 robots already. We're really, doing pretty good. We're just getting off the ground. A lot of people are starting to get interested. So the funds are coming in and we're able to lease out. We're able to sell. We're able to create more cash flow. Let's go ahead and do this promotion while we're, looking pretty good. And guess what? The CEO decided, let's go ahead and do a 6-month double while things are going really good. So this is where we are right now. And this is a benefit for you and me, because now as a founder, you get to benefit from the company's profits and profit share every quarter. But on top of that, if you want to get paid every day, then you join the leasing program. And when you join the leasing program, now you're going to be able to earn every single day. So you're getting dividends put into your wallet every single day. And you can withdraw at any time because the funds are available, right? This is not trading. Remember, people, this is not trading. This is not no crypto trading, no Forex trading. There's no volume that has to sit into a fund and trade. And you got, oh my gosh, we can't take the money out because we have to trade with it. No, doesn't happen. This is not what's going on here. The profits are already decided, right? So they already have enough to run the company, and now they're able to pay out these profits. So that's what I'm saying. This is so beautiful because this is what we always wanted. So a real company doing real things. So you have this June promotion that you need to take advantage of because we only have a few days left in June that you can take advantage of this. Phenomenal. Okay. So what happens here? So if you want to get involved in a leasing program, then here's what you need to do. You need to decide on $100, $255, $1,000, $2,500, $5,000, all the way up to $100,000. You can deposit any of these amounts. Initially, it stopped at $5,000. But like I said, when the cash flow is coming in and the selling robots, they're like, we can do better, right? So they added the 10,000, 25,000, 50,000, and 100,000. So if you put in $50,000 into this leasing plan, they have already told you in 6 months, you can look at your funds doubling, okay? 200% in 6 months. It's not outrageous, it's realistic, and it's real. This is what happens with CAMHIRST 3D CP. Phenomenal, and we're just getting started. So this is where we are. So if you're out there and you're looking for a great place to deposit and get a good return, hey, 50,000 in 6 months, you're looking at 100,000. Pretty awesome. And you can do any number like that. Just choose where you want to be and go ahead and get started. All right. So with that, we have leaders out there. We have the company is, like I said, is still at a point where they have an advisor. They do have advisors that say, hey, look, and advisors are basically us, leaders in the program. And we look at it in different ways. And so they listen and say, you know what? Here's something that we might do. And all of a sudden we see that there's changes being made. So when they first started, this wasn't even here. And so after having conversations with leaders out there and influencers and team builders, they said, okay, you know what? If we're going to see that, people are excited and we know that there might be deep levels of teams out there that want to get involved, then let's go ahead and open it up for everybody to benefit. Now, I'm going to show you something that's different. Some of you may be looking at this saying, oh, this is like network marketing. No. I'm going to tell you, it's better. It's like a affiliate plan, but it's an ambassador rewards program. You are an ambassador for the company by saying, look, here's something better. Here's something great. Here's a way that we can really take care of our people around the globe. And at the same time, yes, you should be rewarded for that. So we have 15 level of rewards, but I'm going to tell you what's really the most exciting thing about this. Let's say, for instance, you've been in this crypto space. You've been doing the online thing, running after shiny objects. You have lost your money one after the other, program after program after program, right? And you see this is different. So this is like, wait a minute, I need to take a look at this because something different. But you're still not there yet. But you have influence. Okay, a lot of people followed you and, things didn't work out. But you still have influence. What if the company would offer you a position? You don't have to pay into the program. You don't have to pay anything. You believe that these robots do what they say. You know that they have orders already. They have their cash flow positive. Money is coming in. They're able to pay. So let me ask you a question. If you could come in for free, no deposit, none of the numbers that I just showed you, right? And for every sale that you make, you earn 12%. 12%. You didn't have to deposit anything. The company says, look, if you want to try it out with no money, you don't have to put no risk at all to you. We know that you've been burnt before. So look, we're going to let you come in and test it out. See if you can talk to people and you can show them the benefit of this program. We're going to pay you 12%. When they purchase, you get paid 12%. How powerful is that? Now, of course, that's one level, right? Because you don't have any skin in the game. But when you do get paid that 12%, let's say you do have somebody that wants to come in at $100,000. Guess what you're going to get? $12,000. Isn't it worth it? So you get $12,000. Now you can purchase your own package. You purchase a $10,000 package. You purchase 5 of the founders, if they're available. And now you're really in the game because you already have a level of belief. And the company says, look, you can try it out for free. You don't have to pay anything. And we're going to pay you 12%. That's powerful. That's belief, because they believe in what they have and they believe in the program that they're delivering to the community worldwide. This is powerful. And when you start to build this, and for all of the people out there that do build networks, team builders, come talk to me. I understand team building very well. I understand how this can impact your organization. You want to get to 6 figures? This is phenomenal right here. A month. Yeah, making it happen. I'm going to tell you, don't miss the boat. Some people out there, missed out on Bitcoin. I get it. A lot of us did, right? I had so many bites at the apple and I just kept saying, nope, 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 nope. I missed it. I missed it and missed it. Well, guess what? CAMHIRST delivers on the tokens as well. And it's under the BSC. So 1 BNB, if you deposited 1 BNB, you can get 100,000 CAMHIRST tokens. What if the token goes to $1? What if it goes to $10? Yeah, absolutely. Nobody's promised you anything. We know there's risk in all types of tokens, but we have an actual use case within this particular program that's very, very obvious. We have the robots. We have the use case. We know that they build and they do it phenomenally well, better than any other bots out there, right? 5+ years of R&D. The closest bot out there builds a house with sub, quality cement, and they have a lot of the factors that weigh down the competition. It takes them about 30 days to make that happen. With CAMHIRST robots, 48 to 72 hours, they have the foundation up, they got the walls up, and now they're putting the roof on and they're finishing it off in 1 week, done. Everything can get done in a week, whereas the closest competition does it in about 30 days, right? So this is where we're at. And this is quality, though. This is not something that's going to break down anytime soon. You're talking thousands of years. It can stand right there and sustain any type of storm or fire. Powerful, right? But you can get into the token program. You can do referrals and you'll be rewarded 15% on the referrals. And guess what? You do not get paid in tokens. You get paid in BNB. I'm going to tell you that right there is new. Most of the time when you in a token program, they'll pay you in a native token. And a lot of times you're like, oh, I got to switch this out. And what can I do with it? What's the, what good is it? Oh, don't worry about it. We're going to pay you in BNB. So you automatically know the value of what you got right there. That is powerful, right? So at the end of the day, you only have one question to ask yourself. What do you want to do now? I would ask you to get back with the person that invited you, shared this with you, gave you an opportunity to watch this information, hear this information, think about this, mull over it, and do the right thing. If you got questions, get in touch with me. Let's talk. All right. So I'll be going live pretty soon. I'll be doing a live Zoom where I'll be inviting people and, all those good things so everybody can come on. We can talk, we can ask questions, kick it, all that good stuff. I want you to have that interaction, engage with me because, yes, this is phenomenal. I believe in what I'm doing. And I believe in you. All right. So with that being said, let's get started. All right. Peace. And I'll see you on the other side. If you've seen my previous videos, I have been talking about Final Four. And then I had one of our amazing members. She said, you know what, Rashid, you got a little more than 1 or 2 or 4. You might want to call it the Super 7. And I agree, so thank you, Tracy. I will call it the Super 7. But Final Four sounds so cool. And I think people like that. The people that like basketball, I guess they know about that Final Four. So yeah, it's all good. So however you want to look at it, I'm going to give you 4 great platforms that we're going to rock with. And but the first one that is really attached to the Prosperity Club is the one that we're talking about today.